Well then, you got some excellent news as far as Essex Cricket is concerned. You'd like to share that with us?
Yeah, I'll be. I've just signed to play for another couple of years for the club that I've sort of always loved and always really enjoyed playing for.
And I guess that was an easy decision to make, wasn't it? Once that contract was put in front of you.
Yeah, definitely. I think with the amount of success that we've had as a club over the last few years, it's a real privilege to be a part of, and helping us trying to win trophies is something that I really want to do, and yeah, this has always been home for me. So yeah, I was very willing to accept when the offer was put in front of me.
And sum up your season so far. It's been a strange one, I guess, really, hasn't it? Mixing England and the 100 and Essex Cricket, and I know you always take the first opportunity you can to come back and play for Essex, but just your reflections on the season.
Yeah, I think it's been pretty positive. My numbers for Essex have been very good. You always want more as a cricketer. I would have loved to have scored even a few more and got a couple more hundreds, but I've been chipping in pretty much every game, and been lucky enough to have some opportunities to play for England as well, and which is obviously always a massive honour and something I really want to continue doing. And then I only got to play one game in the 100, but in the short time that I was there, it was very enjoyable.
Ask players over and over again about the difficulty of moving from one format to another. I mean, is it more sort of psychological, you have to make the adjustment rather than technique, or is it a bit of both?
A little bit of both, I think. I've played enough cricket now to sort of to know my game over all the formats. I was very keen to get up the order in 2020s this year and bat at number 3, and thankfully I got the opportunity to do that. And then in first class cricket, just constantly trying to improve, and that's the format that I cherish the most, and it's the one that I want to do the best in, and yeah, thankfully it's gone all right.
Something has gone all right. Highlights of the season for you, as you see them across the board, England and Essex?
I think starting with Essex, I think obviously I got a nice 100 here against Derby. That was just a really fun knock, and we won the game quite comfortably in the end. So it's always nice to score runs when the team wins. Obviously, getting 80 odd in the Test match against New Zealand at Edgbaston, that's probably been my main highlight. It was an amazing feeling to do that at home. And although the season hasn't really gone the way we'd like, so we still haven't had a bad season, but by our standards we'd like to have done a little bit better. Well, we've still won a lot of games of cricket as a team this year, and I think it's very easy to forget that we've still probably won up there with the most games out of anyone in the country. So yeah, winning games for Essex is always a highlight.
Looking at your own technique and ability, you mentioned that innings against Derbyshire, which was phenomenal, really. The pace of it, that partnership with Tom Wesley, really made up for some lost time, didn't it, and put us in such a strong position. Also known for rearguard actions as well, and that's quite a unique talent to have for a young guy. You're still only 24, aren't you? I mean, people tend to get pigeonholed, oh, he's a big hitter, or he occupy the crease. You've got the capabilities of doing both, and so effectively.
Yeah, trying just to adapt to whatever situation's put in front of you. I think, like for example, last week at the Oval, it was obviously a very good wicket for batting on, so you can just sort of bat at your own pace. And sometimes at Chelmsford it can be quite challenging to bat, so you really have to dig in. And sometimes a 40 or a 50 is worth a lot more. And I think as a team, as long as we keep outscoring the opposition in the first innings, that might not be 400, it might be 280 or 300 at Chelmsford. I think it's important that we will understand that and keep winning here and keep making this ground the fortress that it currently is.
Cricket is an ever-evolving game. It seems to be new competitions almost coming in every year, but more importantly, a team game as well. And we'll see that with Essex, obviously. Tendo's retiring, and that's sad. Although he says it should be a celebration just looking back at his career. You're only 24, but you're seeing players coming in, and it will always be so, wasn't it? Do you actually feel quite a senior batsman when you look around and you see the Josh Rimmels coming in, and the Farouz, etc., etc.? Yeah,
I think it feels a bit bizarre actually. I think with the amount of games of cricket that I've played now for Essex, I think that would put me in the senior category. But yeah, I was the same when I first came in. I had so many good, experienced players around me, like Ravi, Tendo, Chef, whenever he came in and out. And it's just about learning, and you're never all going to get it right straight away. And these boys who have come in have been fantastic all year. The Michael Peppers, Feroz and Josh in the 50 over competition. Shane Snater's come in and had the season of his life, really. So it's really exciting times for the club, and as long as we've continuously got that balance of experience and promising youth coming through, then I think we're going to be in good stead.
And while we've got all these players pushing for places, that keeps those that like to think that they're a shoe-in, if you like, for a place, keeps them on their toes, doesn't it? Because I don't think Mags, I mean, you're only as good as your next performance, really. With
Definitely,
him,
definitely. I think it's really promising, and it's really exciting that people haven't got their spots edged in. I think with the boys banging out runs in the second team all the time, and then when they do get their opportunity, they generally take it. So it's really exciting for the club, and as long as there's that healthy competition across the batters and the bowlers, I think it's only healthy, and it's very, very exciting.